Hello everyone, welcome to another campaign diary for Curse of the Crimson Throne, Book 5, The Skeletons of Scarwall, Part 2, Castle Scarwall, Chapter 7, The Boogeyman. After a rest, the group goes into a large room adjacent to the kitchen. It's kind of clear that this was once the castle's larder, but everything that remains has long since rotted away and crumbled. Although they do find evidence of some bones that appear to have been eaten, it's clear that Casavan and his soldiers might have been engaged in some cannibalistic practices. The group decides, well, following Idris's lead, to head back upstairs and explore the second floor a bit more again. They find a room that appears to be once a torture chamber. All the equipment seems to be in fine repair. They don't have much time to investigate since they notice a pale and ghastly figure in a torn trench coat and a tattered top hat and a scarf that appears to be standing there doing some maintenance on one of the devices, one of the racks. For some reason, the group doesn't immediately attack like they might normally do, and Idris and Gregor decide to strike up a conversation. Lavinia suspects this might be one of the creatures that needs to be destroyed in order for the group to complete the quest. So they decide to get some information out of him. The group, they find out, Rendon finds out this man is a literal boogeyman, kind of undead creature that tends to haunt nightmares through psychic and mystic powers. He introduces himself as Glimkaris, and he admits he was attracted to the castle because he was allowed to practice his trade as an interrogator, relatively unfettered. And he remains here because he's allowed to do it by the spirits of the castle. He does reveal some information to the group because he doesn't particularly care if they know the story of the castle. He indicates that most of the castle's power is provided by a deadly and powerful spirit named Mithrador, and that Mithrador has several creatures it anchors itself to, that both increases its power and helps provide the haunts and the mystical energies or the necrotic energies that make this castle so deadly. The things that perhaps gave Idris's visions, the compelling pull that pulls away various spirits. After a fair conversation, the group finds out that there's four, or as far as Glimmerkaris knows, there's four spirits that seem to be controlled by this creature. There's Belasham, who it appears as a shadow dragon who prowls the halls and skies in the castle, mostly at night. Glimmerkaris is not quite sure where his lair is, but believes it's someplace on the first floor. Castlethrain, one of the captain of Castle Scarwall's guard, the great Minotaur warrior, controls the undead. Continues to control the undead guard of the castle, roaming the halls, serving the castle as he once served Casavan. It's suspected that he tends to lair somewhere in the guard towers at the front of the castle. Nihil was a devil assassin that didn't serve Casavan directly, but served Zon Kuthan himself, and was assigned to serve Casavan by the evil god. It seems that he is now trapped by the spirit Mithrador, and serves the spirit in a deadly capacity they once served Casavan. The last, perhaps one of the more dangerous of the creatures, was Zev Ravenica. He was once Casavan's religious advisor, suspecting a cleric of Zon Kuthan. Somehow he managed to throw off the shackles and limits of mortality becomes something more. Upon conversation, Gregor and Render suspect that he might have been a lich. Um, Glimkaris suspects that he haunts the castle's chapel. Um, Growing restless of the conversation and figuring that they have all the information they can get out of him, Renda decides the time to destroy this creature is now, or decides, and the group attacks. For once, acting quickly, Rendon closes on Glucarmus, throwing up the Spirit Guardians in hopes of damaging the creature. But the group is somewhat caught off guard when Glucarmus puts up a wall of force, cutting off Rendon and Lavinia's companion from the rest of the group. The group enters the room in hopes of finding someone to take down the wall of force and helping their companion. When Idris is ambushed by a pair of invisible Glabrzu, they almost kill him. A pitched battle ensues, and during one point, a further demon is summoned. The group, Gregor, Idris, and trade physical blows with the demons, using brute force and the powers provided by the ancients, and Idris using stealth and the powers provided by his god to do a considerable amount of damage. From a safe distance, Lavinia peppers the pair of demons with her bow, using her abilities, deadly accuracy with her bow to do significant amounts of damage to both the demons, whereas Gregor uses a wide array of spells. At one point, though, deciding that since these demons are from another plane of existence, then he'll attempt to banish them. He managed to banish one, removing them from the fight. Meanwhile, Renan engages with the Boogeyman in a pitched battle. It seems that the Boogeyman's spells are going to overwhelm Renan, using power disintegrate, blight, his psychic ability to damage, but eventually Renan's combination of Renan's own healing abilities on himself and his spells from Serenade managed to destroy the Boogeyman. Meanwhile, the rest of the group is taking care of the Glabrzu. After a brief pause, the group decides to check out the nearby stairs and see where it leads. It just discovers that it reveals back down to the first floor, what appears to have once been a alchemist lab. The group goes down and they don't notice anything, but they do notice there are several bottles on a shelf. Figuring that there's no harm in checking them out so they can later be examined, they're magical, by Gregor, he picks them up. And at that point, three creatures pop out from the bottle and prepare to attack. That's where we ended our session. Everyone gets 4,440 XP for the session. Please let me know if there are any glaring omissions or errors. Thank you very much.